time for the main events.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. So with the standard edition of the game coming out tomorrow, I wanted to go over 10 things that the game does not tell you so that you know what you're getting yourself into once you start up the game if you don't have the game yet and you've been waiting for that physical or just the standard edition. Because let's face it, even the standard edition is a lot of money. So without further ado, let's go over these 10 things that will hopefully help you improve your experience with the game if you haven't played it already, and even if you have played it, some of these things you might not know. So let's get to this list. Alright, we're going to do kind of a countdown here. We're going to start with number 10. It says, the island Create a Wrestler does not have all creation parts that are available in the offline modes. So expect some major limitations while creating your wrestler on the island. However, body morphing and the two-tone hair options are available on the island. So you can use the two new feature set. I would be shocked if they didn't include that on the island. It'd be a huge missed opportunity. So yes, you can use those. And what's really awesome this year is you can use the face photo capture option as well. So you can use the new body morphing, face photo capturing, and the two-tone hair system. So those are in, but a huge chunk of the creation parts are not available to use to create your wrestler. We're talking hairstyles, face paints, masks. There's a ton of missing stuff. I don't know why they won't make it parity, probably because it'll bog down the server, and also probably to incentivize you to buy the creation parts that are on the island. So be warned. Oh, and also, I forgot to write this down, you cannot import or export your wrestler from the mode. So I wouldn't spend too much time on your wrestler, and that could be another reason why there's not that many options. But yeah, so if you get really attached to your wrestler on the island, you're going to have to recreate them in the offline modes for other modes. So just keep that in mind. Number 9. On the island, front and back tattoos are charged separately. So if you want the front and back of the same tattoo, it's going to cost you 2 separate transactions. Now, for the arm and leg tattoos, they have combined them, which is really good, because if they charge you 6,000 coins or virtual currency for each arm tattoo, I was going to make a whole video complaining about that. But luckily, that is not the case. It is only for the chest and back tattoos that you have to buy separately. Honestly, I think they should be included. There's so much crap to buy in there. It's ridiculous that you have to buy them separately, so just keep that in mind. If you buy the front tattoo of something and you're like, oh, I really want the back tattoo also, you're going to have to shell out the extra virtual currency to get both. So just keep that in mind when you're going through tattoos. And also, tattoos cannot be colorized. At least the ones I bought, you can't. I haven't bought every single one of them because, let's face it, I don't have an extra $200 to $100 to just buy in-game tattoos. All right, number 8. You no longer have to make your tag teams twice, once for exhibition and again for universe. That's been a major issue for years. Watch my video on how to do it and not screw up either your universe or your exhibition tag teams. I made a whole video on it. Go check it out. You no longer have to do it twice. Try to save you some time. Number 7. Locker codes are no longer in my faction as redemption thing. And I'm not sure if they did this in 2K25 because I barely played it, but in 2K26, locker codes are now on the main menu under the Options tab. So you no longer have to go into My Faction to redeem a locker code. It's just right there in the Options section. It also shows all the DLC you've purchased, so I think that's a really cool touch. Number 6, paid DLC wrestlers, if you haven't been following the game, for Season 1 will require you to grind to get unlocked, and to get the unlocked final character, you have to get all the way to tier 20. And with them nerfing the quick RXP exploit, there are other ways to do it, but it's going to take you some time regardless, because you get about, I want to say, 130 to 135 RXP, sound off in the comments below, per match that you win. So it's going to take you quite a bit, and it takes about 800 experience points to go up to each tier, and there's 40 tiers total. So just to get your paid wrestlers that you paid extra for, the AAA wrestlers, Mr. Iguana is at tier 20, it's going to take you probably a couple weeks to get that, unless you have nothing else to do and this is all you play. So hopefully they change that with the Season Pass 2 and they put them in the first 5 tiers, or they just put them all in the first tier, because let's face it, we paid for this crap. Give us what we paid for. All right, number 5, just to piggyback off of what we were just talking about, the RXP exploit, there's a ton of videos out there, no longer work. But there are new methods, such as using custom matches. They're not as quick, but still quicker than using normal matches. I should make a video on this. Basically, you could set up to where you have 3 stocks of finishers to really help you get started. You can lower the health bars of both wrestlers, and it makes it a lot quicker still, but make sure you don't beat them within that 60 seconds, because you won't get the full 130 points for winning the match. So you kind of have to like put a timer on your phone and make sure you beat them within that minute. It's going to take a little longer than the old method, but it's still quicker than sitting there and trying to just play through every single mode multiple times to get the points naturally. So unless you play every single match in universe mode, or just play the game endlessly and nothing else, it's going to take some time. Number 4, the purple stamina bar sucks in my faction and showcase, but it seems to be fine in other modes currently. So in my faction, the purple stamina bar, because of the cards are so low level, seems like it's a real big pain. Players have been complaining about it. I have not played my faction personally, but I did play the island mode, and even though my character is only 75 rating, I haven't had any issues with the purple stamina bar. Yes, it does get in the way of just bum rushing the entire match, but it's not to the point where it's ruining my experience. It actually makes me think more, and it feels more like a real wrestling match, honestly. So if you like that kind of thing, you might like it. So far, so good. It sucks in multi-man matches because it runs out real fast, but not on the island. So far, it seems like the island version of it is fine, even at my low stats with my characters. So keep that in mind. Number 3, MyRise is 4 hours minimum per playthrough. This is according to multiple sources. I have yet to start MyRise. I was going to do a live stream on it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I probably missed the window because now the game's coming out tomorrow. I might just play it and say screw it and record it separately. I'm trying to get my wrestlers in there. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Anyway, so according to the internet and everybody else, it takes about 4 hours minimum per playthrough to get through it. So if you want to just bum rush through it, it should take you about 4 hours per playthrough. I think that's perfect. If you want to do and max out all the stars and everything, you probably have to play it for probably 6-7 hours, maybe a little longer. But yeah, if you just want to beat the mode and then get over to the next playthrough and get to like the heel or babyface, whichever one you didn't do, there you have it. And also probably minimum 4 playthroughs, because the male and female both have, babyface and heel runs. So you're probably going to want to play through each mode twice. So you're looking at a total of probably about 16 hours. Not very bad, but hopefully the star system is tracked between both playthroughs and not just the one. I'll sound off more on that when I get to it. Number 2. Now back to the island. If the same creation part is available for both the male and female superstars on the island, you only need to buy it once to unlock for both the male and female superstars, unlike last year. So there's a couple creation parts both available for the male and female wrestler. Last year you had to buy everything twice if you wanted it for both the male and female wrestler models, but now if you buy it on either your female player playthrough or your male player playthrough, I'm trying to say it without sounding tongue-tied, it unlocks it for both. That is a huge win. That's probably the best thing, the best change they've done this year. So we're talking face paints, we're talking clothing items, we're talking masks, hair, although the hair pool for both the men and women is different. So that's the only thing that does not unlock for both wrestlers. I went and looked through it right before I made this video. There are different hairstyles for the men than there are for the women. So keep that in mind. So if you buy a hairstyle for the men thinking you're going to get it for your female wrestler, I don't think it's going to be in there because they're totally different. There's a whole different list of them. Like they're vastly different. So just keep that in mind. Number 1. Now this is my biggest pet peeve with the game, being a guy who likes to create wrestlers. And that is the island parts that you purchase on the island. It does not tell you before you purchase it if you can or cannot change the color or customize that particular item. I've bought some items that I thought would be really cool to use, but you can't add logos to it. You can't customize the color. You literally put it on and that's what it is. There's a bunch of new parts that are like that. There's a bunch of old returning parts that are like that. And there's no list or anything anywhere yet that says otherwise. They need to have a little disclaimer on that creation part when you purchase it saying can be or cannot be customized. It has to be in big, glowing, shiny letters or neon lights or something to really let the player know what they're buying, because I feel like this is ridiculous to me. I hate this because I like I just said, when you buy a part, you're like, oh cool, I have really cool ideas I could create with this part, and then all of a sudden, boom, you can't do anything with it. It just makes you feel like you're a sucker, makes you feel like you got scammed. It's a really bad feeling, especially when these virtual currency points are hard to come by playing the game naturally, although it's a lot better than last year. Yeah, some of the stuff is expensive. If you were to just buy everything, I was starting to add it up, and I only added up like 3 different stores. You're looking at an additional $300 to $400 just on a couple of the stores. I didn't even get finished adding up all of the cost of everything. So just to buy all the creation parts, if you were just sort of buy them outright and not play the game whatsoever, you're probably looking at an extra $500 to $600 to buy all the creation parts on the island, on top of the $150 price tag of the game. That is insane to me if you think about it. So yes, I think 2K really needs to get on this and just tell people outright, yes, you can customize this item, no, you cannot, because you're going to have a lot of pissed off players buying stuff thinking that they can change colors or add to it, and then getting to the creation suite and be like, well, what the hell, you can't do anything with this. Now keep that in mind. When you're on the island, some of the stuff doesn't have all the options when you buy the parts, but when you go into the offline modes, like there's this cool blue full body suit, and I'll try to find the clip and put it at the end of the video as I'm talking about it. It's like a full body suit. You can buy it for both the male and female wrestler and unlock. You buy it for one of them and it unlocks for both. You can colorize it and change everything, and you can also change the materials in the offline Create a Wrestler, but you cannot change the materials on the island mode Create a Wrestler. So just keep that in mind if you're like, oh man, it only has this many options. Nah, some of the parts have full customizability, and you can also add logos to it. You just can't do it on the island. So there's another like Pandora's box that needs to be sorted out. I just feel like they need more transparency when it comes to the creation parts on the island, because I would literally buy every single one of them with the in-game currency it gives me that could be customized. That's where I'm at right now. Heck, even if I ran out of points, I'd probably spend extra money just to get all the ones I could customize so I have more options to create my wrestlers. That's just me. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but at least tell me what I'm getting into, because that's, like I said, I hate feeling like a sucker. I hate feeling like I got duped. I hate that. Anyway, so those are 10 facts about WWE 2K26 that it doesn't tell you. Hopefully this helps. Enjoy the game tomorrow if you're picking it up tomorrow. It is a very fun game to play. The ragdoll physics, the new Create a Wrestler options. It's very fun. Just get ready. They put a lot of extra microtransaction stuff in there, and that ringside pass is a killer. So just be ready. Just be ready for that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sound comments below. Enjoy the game, and as always, stay frosty.